Gale Force Winds had the privilege to be in conversation with sailors on board HMCS Harry DeWolf while they were deployed in the Caribbean. And welcome to another wonderful edition of Gale Force Winds, the Force-8-Home-Towners edition, right here on board HMCS Harry DeWolf off the coast of the Turks and Caicos in the beautiful Caribbean Sea. And what a pleasure it is to be in conversation with sailors of the Royal Canadian Navy. Rey-Ge, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Sailor Second Class Rey-Ge Paul. I'm bosun on board HMCS Harry DeWolf.
Where are you from, Rey-Ge?
I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Tell me about growing up in Winnipeg. What were the big influencers and motivators for you growing up?
Winnipeg? Mostly going through school and things like that. And it's the basic.
Yeah.
Now, I went to Winnipeg, as I told you before we started recording. The Forks. What an incredible vacation we had there. My sister-in-law lives in Brandon, Manitoba, in Winnipeg. I think more people should go to Winnipeg.
Yes, there's a lot of things to visit, see in Winnipeg. The Forks museums, lots of in and around the city. There's lakes. It can be a lot of fun if you know where to look.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. There's no doubt about it. And you're right, Jared. Not a lot of people go there, and they should, because it's a wonderful part of Canada. The people there in Manitoba, wonderful people. But I got to ask you this, Rey-Ge. It's not a big Navy town. Yeah. Winnipeg is not a big Navy town. How did the Navy find you, or how did you find the Navy?
Navy found me. I was in high school, so I was going to lunch, and then I saw a petty officer just talking about the Navy. I barely even knew there was a Navy, let alone in Winnipeg. So I just went up and talked to him.
He was from the reserve unit?
Yeah, the reserve unit. The reserve unit in Winnipeg is HMCS Chippewa, and basically Chippewa had a recruiting event at my school. So I got curious, just went to take a look, saw some flyers. He talked about boot camp and being able to do this on a part-time basis.
Yeah.
I took some flyers. I almost didn't do it, but I have a family member at home who's like, "Okay, you should try it." So he actually drove me to HMCS Chippewa, and then I walked around. He showed me around, and he talked about what they did, what we do, and I signed up. And it worked out, because that summer I was also looking for a job. I looked everywhere. I looked McDonald's, Burger King, Walmart, the usual. And the only one I called back was the Navy. I was really surprised.
So the Navy called you back, and you said, "Okay, I'm going to give these guys a try."
Yeah.
And you went off to boot camp at that point?
Yeah, I did. I was still in grade 11, so I finished grade 11 and then was straight to boot camp.
So in grade 11, you head off to boot camp. You must have been one of the youngest people in boot camp.
Yeah, I was. I was only 16 when I did the boot camp.
So you were 16 years old when you joined the Navy. How was that experience for you? Like, you must have grown up fast.
It was quite different, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just used to high school. So when you go from that to wearing uniform in boot camp, doing drill, things like that, it's quite different. It was a great experience, to be honest.
So Rey-Ge, when you marched back into grade 12, you must have been a different person.
Yeah, I think you could say that.
Yeah, you had a little bit more confidence, a little bit more spring in your step.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and the teachers must have known that you were serving now. Did they look at you different? Did they talk to you differently?
They did. They were very surprised, because before I had to join the Navy, they did background calls, right? I remember my vice principal calls me in. It's like, "You're applying for the Navy?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Wow, congratulations."
Yeah. I bet you don't regret the decision one bit, eh?
Not at all.
Yeah.
In fact, it was a great side thing. If there were times where I didn't have much going on, and then the Navy has weekend training activities or summer trainings, and if I had free time, I applied, and then I got in and did some training or did some work. It's nice and fun.
Rey-Ge, are you still serving with the reserve, or are you in the regular force now?
I am in a reserve, but I recently took a full-time employment.
Right.
So starting October, actually, I quit my job, actually.
Yeah.
So I worked as a mechanic, but I got tired of it. So I decided not to give this a try full time. And I got posted on the ship, and so far it's been great.
So you said, "I'm going to give this a try," and you wind up getting posted on one of the best ships in the Canadian Navy.
I did.
Brand spanking new. How did that feel? You must have felt like I drew the lucky straw today.
I did. I really did. Because there is I didn't even ask for this ship. I was just looking for a job. Do you have anything? And I remember I got the email saying, "Hey, are you interested in HMCS Harry DeWolf?" And I was like, "Absolutely." I replied so fast.
That's fantastic.
I actually went up in the air. I was like,
So what's your job on board?
So I'm a bosun,
Yeah.
I'm a junior bosun. So I primarily look out helmless person, line handler,
Yeah.
and there are small tasks that need to be done
Right.
so far. So since I'm a junior bosun, I'm not fully trained just yet.
Yeah.
Because when I'm fully trained, that's when I'll get the chance to be boat coxswain, so driving the boats, training other new bosuns.
Yeah, I tell you, Rey-Ge, we came out here on one of the high-speed ribs here today, and I want to tell you, that's exciting work. When you get a chance to do that, you must be excited about it.
Oh, it's really exciting. I do get a chance to drive it for training purposes. It's always a great time having to drive it.
For sure. Rey-Ge, so what's I should ask you this question: is this your first major deployment?
It's actually my second.
Okay.
My first one was up Carib in 2019 on the West Coast.
Right.
I was on HMCS Whitehorse.
Okay.
And the same thing. I wasn't slated to go on that, but eventually they just asked. I guess a spot opened up, and they asked me, and they're like, "Do you want to do up Carib?" I'm like, "Absolutely."
You seem like the type of guy just not going to turn down an opportunity.
No, absolutely not.
Listen, Rey-Ge, what's your favorite part about being in the Navy?
The view.
Yeah.
It's actually you see a bunch of different things. Like, for example, on the West Coast, I remember the first time I went to San Francisco. It's really exciting because you go in, you see the Golden Gate Bridge, and then you see the city itself. You get the port visits, and also meeting a lot of people. I've met so many people, I've made new friends, and there's many people I've met when I first started, like 7 years ago, and we're still in contact today. And it's good. It's great.
Isn't that amazing, Jerry? What an energetic, exciting conversation this has been. Your thoughts?
Well, just listening to you, Rey-Ge, you're so articulate. Your mom and dad should be so proud of you. I'm sure they are, and you can say words to them now in a minute. But I can tell you this, Alan and I are bringing greetings from the rest of Canada. You have an incredibly bright future. Keep taking those opportunities, and we just want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Rey-Ge, anything you'd like to say to the folks back home?
Just to say I'm doing well and having a great time.
Yeah, well done, mate. Well done. Well, another wonderful edition of Gale Force Winds, Force 8 Hometown Edition, right here on board HMCS Harry DeWolf. And what an absolute pleasure it has been to be in conversation with sailors of the Royal Canadian Navy. And I can tell you this, the world needs more HMCS Harry DeWolf, and Canada needs more Rey-Ge Paul.
Indeed. Thank you very much.